You can be in a comfortable seat. For this, you can be laying down if you're in bed. If you want to treat this as like your bedtime meditation, I'm sure it would be helpful like that too, just wherever you are. So yeah, once you're getting into that comfortable position, you can just start to question or just tune in, become curious about your posture, about your spine, how your spine's feeling. Even if there's like some pain present, just checking in with that pain, noticing where it's at. If you are in a space where you feel safe to do so, at any point you can allow the eyes to close. You can take a full, deep cleansing breath wherever you are, and just taking that intentional, long breath into the body and just holding that breath within you, just noticing what it feels like today. And then whenever you need to, without any straining, slowly decompressing and letting that go. And exaggerating the exhale as well, so just fully emptying the body. And then just pausing in that emptiness and observing what that's like. You can breathe just like that a few more times if you'd like. Just exaggerating either end of the breath and the pauses on either end as well. And at any point you can release the guidance over the breath and just allow the body to breathe by itself. Remembering that your body will always breathe by itself when you don't have that control or that guidance over it. And as you're arriving to this practice today, you can just let your awareness wash over your body, just like as if someone were just draping a sheet over your whole body, letting your awareness be that sheet. You just check in with the skin, with the muscles, letting that wash across the body, and that's just this sense of relaxation, the sense of release, of acceptance. And just letting yourself be safe in this moment, letting yourself be held by the earth beneath you, whatever position that you're in. And letting the bones support you, letting your muscles support the bones. And letting your skin hug the muscles and the organs. And just arriving into your body today. And then bringing a deeper sense of awareness into the muscles of the face. And just letting go of any remaining tension from the face and from the head. Just noticing first where the tension is residing. And then just by bringing your awareness there, by exhaling into that space, we can allow this to soften. So for many of us, our foreheads or our brows are always a little bit furrowed. Even when we think we're relaxed, there's a little bit more that we can let go of. Same with the jaw. I'm finding my chin is doing that a lot, my nose as well, the ears. So just being kind and gentle and patient with yourself as you start to tune in and unfold into this moment. And sometimes I think about all like the tension and resistance I feel in the muscles as resisting the moment. And almost always an area of tension, or even just fidgeting, any area of not restfulness in the body, is often linked to a repeating feeling or a repeating thought in the mind. And sometimes when our mind is fixating on things and can't stop thinking about something that happened, anything at all that happened before this moment, or anything that's going to happen in the future, just kind of bouncing back and forth from the past to the future, just jumping over the present. That is often linked to areas in the body, linked to the physical tension, the physical tightness and resistance, or fidgeting, or whatever way it shows up. And I find sometimes it's a lot easier to relax the body than it is to tell the mind to stop thinking, because the mind will always be thinking. And if we tell it to not think about something, sometimes it focuses extra on that thing. So just bringing all your attention to the physical, to what your physical body is feeling like in this moment, what the muscles are feeling like, whether they are softening or resisting, noticing either way. And just letting that be your anchor into this moment, trusting that any thought, especially the important thoughts, can be returned to. And a lot of times they're a lot simpler thoughts once we step away from them for a little bit. Just allowing yourself to be here. So feeling as if all the muscles in your face are almost hanging off of the bones, just ungripping, feeling free to let go of any expression. Even the tiny muscles along the lash line and the eyelids, just letting them be softly closed and resting over the eyeballs. And letting that same sense of softness and release extend into the eyeballs themselves, and let those be held by the eye sockets. Let your brain even relax and be held by the skull. Your tongue and your throat. And then letting your shoulders rest in a neutral position, in line with the heart, or just wherever it's comfortable in your body. Everyone's body is going to be a little different. And just feeling the back of your neck elongate. Oftentimes our head is kind of falling back, and we're stacking all that pressure on the neck. And then we get neck pain. So just exaggerating the back of your neck and feeling that really slight tuck in your chin and the crown of your head lifting away from your sit bones. As you just start to trace the spinal cord, tracing that center line of your body. And linking this with your breath, as your body takes an inhale, then you can let your awareness travel from your seat, through the lower, middle, upper back, through the neck and the head. And as your body exhales, tracing it back down. And using this as a time to practice letting your breath guide the movement rather than the other way around. In this case, it's not really a movement, it's more of a mental awareness movement. But practicing really just allowing your body to breathe by itself, and knowing that that's really hard and sometimes impossible to watch the breath without having any sort of guidance over it. So it is okay wherever you're at today, trusting that that changes all the time. And just using this as a moment to visualize your breath as just a clearing channel, just traveling up and down the spine, clearing out any unnecessary energy from here. And just allowing your breath to be the natural filter that it is. Witnessing your breath being the natural filter that it is. And letting your body soften, continue to soften underneath this filtration. So letting the arms relax, the hands, the stomach, the hips, the pelvic floor, the glutes, the full length and weight of the legs, the feet and the toes. And just letting your body be exactly where you are. And then just gradually calling your awareness to your stomach, to your solar plexus, the energy center. It's located just above the navel, the center of the abdomen. Where your gut brain is located. Where all this natural intelligence rests. And where we get those gut feelings, and those instincts. Where all our food is absorbed and digested. And this area has the natural intelligence to absorb what is beneficial for your body, what is fueling, healthy for your body, and naturally discard anything that doesn't serve you. And as your awareness is resting here, you can maybe start to notice a slight pulsing sensation here. You can even place one or both hands on the belly to just really intentionally bring your awareness here, but not necessary. And just start to envision a small light in this space. And just noticing the qualities of this small light in your stomach. Maybe any color that the light is giving off, any pattern to the pulse. Maybe it's just a steady pulse, or maybe it's kind of slowly pulsing or blinking. And doing your best to not try to see this light, or not try to see anything specific at all. And just allow your awareness to witness the light that is here. There is a light that is in your stomach. There is a fire in your belly. You're just allowing yourself to observe this light. Maybe you start to feel this warmth that's in your stomach even. And now just allowing this light with each small breath that your body takes, allowing this light to be fed and to grow, to really slowly begin to expand, take up more space within your stomach, to start to seep into your organs, seep into the muscles, the skin, and seeping in even deeper into the blood, into the cells, into the very core of you. And just allowing this light to do what it naturally does, allowing this fire to naturally purify your insides, your organs, your whole digestive system. And as this fire is burning in your belly, you can allow all the other parts of you, allow your mind and your heart, allow your root, allow your throat, allow all ends of you to drop into the fire what no longer serves you. And letting this mean whatever it means to you. This could just be physical areas of pain or attachment to those areas of pain or discomfort in the body. Trusting that pain serves a purpose and that it's not always needed for us to get rid of pain, but rather it's being asked of us to sit in the pain, to just look at it for a little bit, to observe, to question, to feel the pain. So we might just release that attachment or that aversion we have to pain. Asking for the strength and the patience to sit in pain. Or maybe our hearts are holding on to some jealousy or some feelings of resentment. And allowing those feelings that are rooted in fear and insecurity, allowing those to release into the fire. And using feelings like jealousy and resentment and all feelings that are rooted in envy, using those as just a clue to what we might see ourselves as lacking. A lot of times those feelings we assume are rooted in the other person, but they are rooted in ourselves and how we see ourselves, how we feel about ourselves. We can only really work with that once we release that jealousy and those feelings of envy. And just knowing, remembering that that has nothing to do with anyone else. And just remembering that you have everything you could possibly need in life. And starting to let this fire really burn up and disintegrate all those things that no longer serve you. And not like everything negative burned up by the fire, because sometimes there are things that are labeled as negative that serve us. So just anything that doesn't serve you in this moment, in this stage in your life, and only you know what that is. All those things you are ready to let go of, letting those burn up and disintegrate in the fire in your belly. And at the same time, letting this fire and this heat from this light fuel all the things you want to grow inside you. So growing your love, growing your gratitude, your confidence, your sense of worthiness, and that most ideal version that you see of yourself, that you strive for. Feeling how close that person is to you, feeling how that person is you already. And just fueling those qualities that are most admirable to you. Remembering that you have the power to be whoever you want to be. So just having the courage to ask for the things that you want. If you want to feel more patience in your heart, asking for that. If you want to feel more peace and loving and gratitude in your heart, asking for that. If you want to feel more motivation and just more fire in your daily life, asking for that. Whatever you need, and again, only you know what these things are. I'm just giving some suggestions. But just allowing the fire and the heat within you to serve your highest self, your highest path, your highest timeline, the highest good. And remembering that that is not a selfish thing. And that is, I think, what gets in the way for many of us. We're asking for what we want. That feeling of being selfish or wanting too much. But only by achieving our goals and our visions that we have for ourselves can we then help others with the same thing and lift others up, lift up our loved ones and the world in general around us, the natural environment around us. We cannot pour from empty cups. So asking for the water you need to fill your cup so that you can more freely pour that into others. And back into yourself always. And just remembering your innate worthiness of this, and knowing that it is natural to question our sense of worthiness or the reality of if we are worthy or not. I'm not sure if we'll ever get away from that questioning feeling. But trusting that on a deep, deep level, you are worthy. And that the proof is just in the simple fact that you are alive and you are in this body and you have the ability to experience life. You can hear the words I'm saying. You can feel the things inside you. You can breathe in air. Your heart is beating. You have a roof over your head. You have technology in order to listen to this meditation practice. Just all the things that you have that mean that you are worthy. All the things you have to be truly grateful for. And trusting that there is nothing particularly special that you have done specifically to earn any of this, and that these are just pure gifts of life that you have received, and your way of showing gratitude for those gifts is what you do with them and how you multiply that love and spread it to the people and the things that are around you. Gratitude in action with how you love yourself, so therefore how you love others and the world. So just bringing your attention back to that fire inside you and letting that slowly start to burn out, start to shrink, start to be reabsorbed within you. Knowing that this fire is always here, it's always resting in your belly. It's not just a saying. And your stomach holds so much of your intelligence, so much of your instincts. And just learning to nurture that relationship you have with your stomach, with your gut in general, with your body in general. And just learning to trust the feelings that you receive and asking for that discernment, because we can't trust all feelings. Some feelings are just feelings, and that's all they are. And they need to just come and go. They need to pass through us. But asking for that discernment and being able to tell which feelings are worth us giving some extra attention to and exploring deeper and maybe acting on. And just trusting that only you know that answer and you can receive whatever you ask for. So asking for that judgment, that discernment in feelings. And then the wisdom and the grace to accept your findings. So if it feels like something you want to do, you can bring your hands to a prayer position at heart center, or place your hands wherever they are needed most in the body. Maybe they need some more love on the stomach or on the heart or somewhere else entirely. And just, again, trusting the instincts of your body and your hands, that they will go where they're needed most in this moment. And just tuning in with that pulse in your hands, remembering how the pulse in your heart is connected to the hands directly. And your hands have the power to heal, to create, to play, to love. As you take a deep and conscious breath into the body, a full sip of air, energizing your body. You can exhale and then allow the head to bow. Bowing to the one who created you, whatever source is, allowing your heart to beat and your body to breathe. And bowing to your ancestors, angels, spirits, guides, whatever word you might have for that unconditional love, support, and guidance. It's all around you. Bowing to everyone in this space for completing this practice alongside you and all of their ancestors, angels, spirits, and guides. And most importantly, of course, bowing to yourself. To yourself for listening, for trusting, for showing up in the first place. And may this act continue to fuel the trust you have with yourself. Continue to heal you on deep levels, and may you bring the same love into everything that you do and to everyone that you see. Namaste.